escalated quickly.
We're here for episode 22 of the Big Bad Beetle Bros. I'm Cam.
Barely legal.
I'm Nick.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Aaron.
So this was a weird episode because it doesn't like really fit the formula of what usually the ones are. I don't know, I didn't hate it.
No,
I kind of liked it.
Interesting.
It was better than last week, I think.
It was better than last week.
Cam, you want to walk us through?
Yeah, so
plot synopsis?
jumping right into it, there's not like the typical plot synopsis with this one because of how freaking weird it is, but we open with the Magnivores hacksawing was it just an electrical tower?
Yeah, it was like a power line tower.
They didn't really say why other than Typhus wanted to eat it. Chewing on this electrical tower when something like blurs out of the sky and they think it's the Magnivore jets in a training formation. Presumably they wouldn't train since they're supposed to be in the comic world because they get pulled out of comics every time.
Vexor's had them training like crazy to fight the Beetleborgs.
It's not the jets doing anything. It's an actual alien spacecraft landing apparently right next to Hillhurst because
just chilling.
Convenience.
Because what? It cannot land anywhere else. Nowhere else on Earth exists except for Hillhurst.
Right. Hillhurst and Zoom Comics. Magnivores confront the aliens, and do one of you guys want to describe the aliens' pre- and post-Earthling disguise?
So we have kind of a creature of the Black Lagoon mixed with, I don't know, cabbage alien?
It's like a veggie gourd.
Third eye, so that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, it's
Electric lettuce man.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, it kind of looks like something out of the Mighty Boosh.
They basically turned into Crispin Glover if he had the personality of the Trump brothers.
It's like if a Lego was imbued with an unfortunate amount of life.
Unfortunate is correct. They whip out these fucking Buddy Holly glasses and slap those on, and all of a sudden they're two dapper dudes on the town.
And they're wearing like bedazzled disco suits. Yeah, like one-piece disco space suits. So, Cyber Serpent, who was just an utter horrible disappointment last week, the gimmick that we didn't get that we should have gotten is that like the giant snake part of Cyber Serpent came off and there was another form underneath it with like a different head and a different arms. And instead of getting that last episode where it would make sense, they took that suit, took the giant snake off of it, repainted the whole thing in green spray paint, put a different head on it, and called it whatever the hell they called this alien. It looks like they're a match for the Magnivores. First, they pull out their communicator scanner thing, and oh shit, what's Pipe Marley? What's his name? Why am I spacing on this?
Pipe Marley
Noxic.
I'm pretty sure Pipe Marley was what I called him at the very start of this.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That sticks in my head so much more than fucking
Thank you.
than Noxic.
Get this through your head, you Jew motherfucker, you!
Yeah, Noxic like grabs their device and just shoves it into Typhus's whale alligator mouth head, and he just eats it.
Head.
The aliens pull out some kind of Dollar General lightsaber, like electroshock the Magnivores, and it like kicks their ass. Like it stops them in their tracks. And apparently it was an effective weapon against them, whereas the Beetleborgs have not had one. And then we cut immediately from that because the Magnivores are like, fuck this, and they leave to go squeal to Vexor. We cut back to Zoom Comics. There's like an electrical grid, like for some reason the lights are flickering on and off, and the Beetle Bonders appear. They don't really explain why the Beetle Bonders popped up or why that electrical thing happened, other than presumably it's something going on because the aliens are there.
Yeah, the aliens are really electricity like centered. Like all their shit is hot and electric looking.
I guess we're led to believe that the Beetle Bonders react to electricity in some way, shape, or form, which I guess that makes sense.
One time,
electronic devices.
Drew, he had a girl over, and he was in his socks and underpants. He was doing like a risky business thing, but he was like dancing, but it was in his room, right? And the static electricity, he actually did the big Michael Jackson crotch grab. He like released a big static shock, and the Beetle Bonder zapped in right inside the girl's head. She died instantly. He's in therapy.
The kids are heading to Hillhurst, I guess, and then the monsters are having it's not a disco party. The subtitles said hip-hop music, but it didn't sound like hip-hop music.
It could best be described as a cocaine party. And that's what a cocaine party would be like. Just general, music playing, you know?
Yeah, and flashing colored lights. Who wants to describe Flabber's outfit here? Because it's just an atrocity in my mind.
Anyone seen Fat Albert?
And he's trying to get the other monsters to dance with him. He gets Wolfgang to do what he calls the foxtrot.
Which is basically just to wiggle around unathletically.
The Fango.
Oh, the Fango.
Yeah,
Fango.
yeah, Fangula does the Fango.
Just puts a rose in it. You'd think that he's about to dance with somebody, tango music starts up, and he just does a nice little walk away, turns around, and then takes 2 steps, and it's done.
He violates the cardinal rule of it takes 2 to tango.
True.
Apparently it only takes 1 to
it's not.
fango. The aliens, they walk in their giant fucking Lego moon shoes. They talk like when a 6-year-old is pretending what a robot sounds like. Not quite Microsoft Sam, but pretty close. They're coming in and they're investigating habits or whatever the typical alien blobby-blue is.
Whoa! Wow, I didn't realize they didn't erase it.
Careful with the language there, Cam.
That shit.
Where are you from? And they look down and there's a copy of the Transylvania.
The
Pennsylvania.
Transylvania Gazette.
We are from Philadelphia. Yeah, that checks.
They convince the monsters that they're from the the Transylvania Gazette.
You're stuck with it now, bitch.
Oh yeah, dude.
The monsters just decide to start showing them their rooms. This was kind of interesting world building where we get to see the different rooms of Hillhurst, and they do all have their room now. I didn't know if Wolfgang actually had his own room, which he does and doesn't.
House inside the house.
Right? Yeah, it's a whole room, but he sleeps in a doghouse inside a regular dog-sized doghouse.
Well, I was gonna say it's pretty small. He doesn't fit in it great.
No, it didn't look comfortable.
Like one of us sleeping in a pop-up tent for an 11-year-old.
They go from Wolfgang's room to Fangula's, and of course it's a coffin, so they make a note of humans sleep in boxes, which they technically get twice, because then we go to Mum's room, or lastly we go to Mum's room, and he's in a
sarcophagus.
Yeah, he's in a sarcophagus, and he has a clapper lamp.
Different things you wouldn't understand.
Oh, and Frankie's getting juiced in his room. He's hooked up to the electricity. I recharge here. Yeah.
This is where we recharge.
Yep.
Like the grandma.
There it is.
Yep.
Oh,
Hey.
Has to recharge those freaking legs before she can kick ass again.
When Mum says that he's got, or shows off his clapper device, they make a note. Earthlings are incredibly primitive,
Strange.
which he's a mummy, so yes, but no.
Hey, to be fair, they actually had primitive voltaic cells, shit, so he probably felt.
Shut up.
Big
No.
dog, Satan.
No.
Not in this church.
What the hell is wrong with you? Stop it, Kenny!
The Magnivores break in. They want the aliens because Vexor told them that the aliens are going to help them take down the Beetleborgs for no reason. The fucking Magnivores run into Hillhurst, which I hate so much that they can just go into Hillhurst whenever the fuck they want.
Right.
Is there not a front door, at all?
Well, Flabber does like to do magic shit with that one, so
Yeah,
maybe they understand.
yeah, he answered the pizza delivery guy, or he answered as a pizza delivery guy last week out the front door. Frankie's dad. Oh yeah, Aaron, last week we met Frankie's dad.
The only cool parts of the episode.
Yeah. Again, the Hillhurst stuff is always the best parts. Then the aliens are like, well, no, we're going to take the Magnivores because we need test subjects. But then they decide they're going to fucking take everybody, the monsters. They don't see the kids because Flabber's hiding them upstairs. Flabber's just oh, stay down, stay out of this. They're fucking superheroes. Isn't this their whole shtick?
They're more equipped than literally anyone else here to do something about them.
The aliens just start zapping the Magnivores. And the Magnivores say, fuck this. And they do their flame teleporty thing to exactly the outside of Hillhurst. Literally maybe 20 feet Like, I don't care what Vexor says, we're not going after those guys again. Like, you could have teleported, like, anywhere. You could have gone back to the lair, anything. I don't remember what Flabber says to try and convince the aliens not to take anybody, but the Beetleborgs have to Borg. And our song counter shoots up to 25.
3 hits of heroin in 24 hours.
They transform, and they get tossed around by the aliens, which is neat.
Hot.
They're like, oh, the Magnivores are going to go blow up your mothership so that you can't go home. Okay, I guess that's a thing that they would do. There's an incentive somewhere in that sentence. The vehicle footage we get, so like for one, we get the like comic panel transformation and going into the vehicles. When we get the comic panel of them going into the vehicles, I don't know what happens to the video quality. It's not like our internet, because it happened to all of us simultaneously at the same frames.
Yeah, like something happened in the keeping of this film that it distorted it in some way.
But someone nuked like 5 frames of that scene.
Yeah.
No,
I think somebody was trying to pull a Brad Pitt in Fight Club and put some Wang in there and fucked it up.
Pretty much all footage that we've seen before of the vehicles coming out of the Beetle Battle Base pops up. Always fun to see it pop up. Big fucking toy commercial that it is.
It looks just like a fucking...
Yeah. We do get to see them running up to the Beetle AVs, which was a cool scene, except it completely fucks up the scale of these vehicles, because we immediately after that, like, when they're running up to them, these things are like the size of a good-sized house. And...
Oh, they're giant, yeah.
Yeah, and huge. Then you next see them driving side by side on a fucking pedestrian street. And it's like
a Hummer, but also like a tank.
We see kind of original stuff because Gigantus pops up fairly early, and usually Gigantus doesn't pop up if there's not a big bad, so that was interesting. Not only does the Gigantus pop up, but we actually get the sequence of them combining onto Gigantus. They blow up a good chunk of the Magnivore jet fighters, and then the rest of them flee, and the Magnivores like make a comment of them being cowards and running away. We've never seen anyone survive. That, I guess, goes along with the idea of like they're not always being pulled out of the comics, like they're going somewhere.
It's safe, and you're free to return home.
We are grateful to you, Earthlings.
We don't really get like an ending send-off. We kind of do, like, they talk to the aliens and they're like, we're not going to take anyone. We return everyone that we take, or whatever, I don't know. And, you know, Earthlings are weird or something, and then they turn back into their repurposed monster suit forms. They leave, and then we see their spaceship flying away. And I'm going to try and find a shot of their spaceship, because I think it's from, like, Metal Heroes or something. Because it looked like Japanese footage.
It honestly looked like something from Ultraman to me.
Upon Google image searching Beetleborgs spaceship, I think I found it, and the bit that I found, because it's the one that showed up, is from Metal Heroes.
Okay. The monsters start back into a dance party again. This time just like a conga line. And
you know how they
fucking... God damn it. Will someone please fuck my cat?
You know what? I'll do it.
God.
Can we cut that out real quick?
Leave it in. Integrity, leave it in.